Yo, what's going on, boys? Collision Works here with another Jets offensive guide for you all. Today, boys, we are breaking down the strong close formation. One of my favorite formations in Madden history. Such a blast to play with, and I'm excited to bring it back to you all. We did a guide at the start of the year. I really wouldn't worry about that guide too much. We're going to do a little bit of overlapping, but I really feel like this is kind of going to be the new premiere video for the guide, at least on my channel. Not saying it's the best one out there. You know what? I'm going to say it. It's the best one out there. So get ready to go. Don't worry about watching the old one. We'll go ahead and cover some stuff and make sure we kind of, make sure we break it down, but quick enough so it's not too much overlapping. So to begin, let's go ahead and go up against Mabel coverage. I know that's kind of a trend on this channel, but it's just something I like to cover first. Super simple stuff. So we have our zone drops set, as always, against Mabel. So let's go ahead and begin. Now, I should mention, against strong close, typically I like to have my my tight end on the short side of the field. It's just how I like to run this offense. You don't absolutely have to. Before the setups I'm going to show you guys today, it's going to be a lot of that. So just keep that in mind. That's just how I like to run this offense. There are going to be setups that we might change it up, but for the most part, just know tight end's going to be on the short side of the field. Now, against Mabel, as you guys know, you're going to see the secondary is going to back off. You guys are going to have zone drops out here, or curl flats out here, protecting the sidelines. What I like to do is put my running back here on a wheel. I like to put B on a hitch. This is kind of my base play for this formation. As you guys see here, once we snap this ball, your wheel is going to do a great job getting open. And then on the right side of the field, your hitch is going to do a great job getting open. So we'll go ahead and show you guys the hitch now. Let's set this up. Get on my defensive controller. Set this up. Snap this ball. Fullback's going to pull the purple to the sideline, leaving your hitch wide open. That was a incredibly slow windup, but you guys see what we got going on here. And before we move on, I will say what's really nice about this play here is if the user decides to play the wheel, or if the user here decides to play the hitch, your tight end's going to be wide open on the post. So it's really nice to keep this post here. I'll go ahead and show you guys what this looks like if the user were to play the wheel, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next play. Don't want to drag this wide receiver outplay too much against Mabel, but let's say the user follows the wheel. You guys will have your tight end across the middle, and it's a really, really good play against Mabel coverages. Now, as well against Mabel, I will show you guys just a little cover 2 bomb. Always keep in mind that cover 2 bombs are typically going to beat cover 2 Mabel, given that they are keeping the two halves upfield. So to begin, let's go ahead and start with Y trail. We will be motioning a player this play, but don't worry, we're also going to be doing some motioning later as well. So it's not going to be a crazy tell. But I did want you guys to know that just in case you were assuming. So here's your defense here. All we're going to be doing is putting B on a streak. I'm going to motion him over. Now, if you guys are using Hot Route Master, should have said this earlier, I do think with strong close, it is good to have a Hot Route Master quarterback. It's not exactly required though, but still, if you guys are using the Jets for under center, I'd recommend a Hot Route Master over a set feed lead. But nonetheless, what you're going to be running here is you can put the tight end here on a drag or leave him on his Texas. What I think is the best setup is to actually put the tight end on the drag and then put your fullback on a Texas. This is basically just to ensure that the user stays kind of in the middle of the field so we can get our X open over the top. As we are backed off on defense, you guys see this X fade will not get affected by these 30-yard zone drops, and we can go ahead and freeform this outside. The streak by B is going to help keep that right or left side half more towards the middle of the field, helping get our deep bomb open. So just keep that in mind. Another setup you guys can do is deep cross. So you want this post on the short side of the field. You're going to be streaking A. And like I said, if you are using a Hot Route Master, you're going to put X here on a corner route. This is Texas route by the fullback. It's pretty much designed to keep the user down and in the middle. It's really nice to have a tight end at fullback as well if you guys have the depth. But as you guys see, like we say, if you have a cover 2 beater, you pretty much have a Mabel beater. I threw that a little late because I was under pressure. Had to step up. But just know that this PA deep cross is also going to be an option for you. Again, you're just going to be putting your tight end on a streak, cornering your X receiver, and putting a Texas on your fullback. This is your play art. And just like that, you guys will have a B open down the middle of the field. I'm not going to show that anymore just because you guys see the potential of what it's going to bring. So let's go ahead and go up against... we'll go up against cover 3 first, and then I'll kind of show you guys as well in here just some kind of like zone beaters if there's not going up, or if you're not going up against match. So let's go ahead and begin. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and lie, and we're going to go ahead and get cover 4 match out of the way, and go ahead and show you guys the deep bomb here. So against cover 4 match quarters, what we're going to be doing here, let me go put match on and reset this zone drop stuff. Cover 4 quarters. Let me make sure there's no crazy pass rushers out here. There we go. So boys, against cover 4 quarters match, we're going to be going up with PA deep cross. You can also use PA deep as well. I hate that deep and deep cross are through the plays are very closely named, but you can use them both for this. So PA deep cross first. All we're going to be doing here against cover 4 quarters is going to be to block your running back. You're going to put A on a streak and you're going to put B on a crosser. Now what this does is basically Meg rules are going to apply to the outside corners. So that's man everywhere he goes. So what that's going to do is basically have these outside corners follow these deep crossers, and that's going to help them get open downfield. Now as well, you have PA deep. Now for PA deep, what you're going to be doing here, this is going to be a little more friendly if you guys aren't using Hot Route Master, is you're going to be putting your tight end on a streak, and you're going to be putting X on a curl. You cannot leave him on the curl he's on. Please keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and drop back here, and as you guys see, you're going to be able to get this crosser over the top. Unfortunately, we get screamed at with the 4-man practice mode rush. Super bummed out over that because it's such a beautiful play. But you guys can go ahead and see it right here. PA deep, I'm going to drop back pretty far, and you guys can get open over the top. Really, really good, and set feet lead friendly. So if you guys aren't using Hot Route Master, you can still go ahead and set up this bomb play. Now we will be getting to the normal zone plays. So for cover 3, what I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and put match off. Against cover 3, I like to run PA deep cross. I like to run a PA deep works as well. You can run wide receiver out and mesh. So I'm going to go ahead and set these guys up. Yeah, I think we're pretty much good. So let's go ahead and go to wide receiver out and show you guys this against cover 3. We can run the same exact base play we did earlier where you just wheel and hitch. Go ahead, snap this ball, and as you guys see, you're going to get your hitch open. Another way you can run this is if you want, you can go ahead and put B on a slant. You're going to wheel your running back, and then we're going to motion our B slant receiver. And once he passes the left tackle and he's in between the X receiver and the left tackle, you can snap the ball. What we're looking for with this is basically a slant post combination, and he will get open exactly where he did when he was in his hitch assignment. So just keep this in mind. This is a good way to kind of shake it up and play around with the defense's user. Pretty much what's going to happen here is he's either going to choose to play the post or the slant, and you're just going to throw whatever one's open. So just keep that in mind. Like this a lot. Sometimes you can put the X on a flat and it will help the wheel get open a little more. The only thing is in practice mode, sometimes the wheel just really hits the lineman a lot and it kind of screws it up. So it's kind of hard to exactly show you guys how that operates in practice mode. And like I said, unfortunately, I won't be able to provide gameplay until I get back, but just know that that is an option as well. Now, as well, with cover 3, you can run mesh post. Now, I wouldn't run this every single down because it's incredibly easy to catch on to, but all you're going to be doing is putting X on a streak. That's basically just going to pull this left side linebacker over his way. It's going to help get your post open. So as you guys see, if you just have a little bit of time, you'll be able to sneak this play in time to time, depending on where the user's playing. If the user wants to play up top, that's completely fine. Just take your drag underneath the tight end. Like I said, this streak by X is going to help pull this left side linebacker. The user's going to play either one. If he uses this guy, he's probably going to be playing up high on the post, so you can throw the drag. If he plays low, you can hit your, or I'm sorry, yeah, that's fine. Basically, just read the user if he's going to play high or low. It would show you guys the A, just like that. It's a pretty good yak potential there, as you guys see. This is a really good play to mix in against cover 3. And finally, we have, or no, we have 2 more plays. PA deep cross. This is going to be good if you guys want to put B on a streak here. I like to put my fullback on an out, and then I like to put my tight end on a drag. This is going to be your play art against a cover 3. Get your crosser here. Wide open. Some guys will run this basically with wide receiver out, but they'll have their tight end on the short side of the field. So basically, or I'm sorry, they'll have their tight end on the far side, so it's a look like this. This is fine if that's what you like, but guys, like I said, I like to have my tight end on the short side. That's just how I've ran this offense for years. And so for me, I'm just going to go ahead and run PA deep cross, but it's really no problem mixing it up depending on how you guys run this offense. Then before we move on, you guys also have PA deep against cover 3. All you're going to be doing is putting X on a corner. You're going to be streaking your tight end, blocking your running back. You can leave RB, the fullback, on this out route he's on, or you can put him on a Texas. It's up to you. I would leave him on the out route for this play. But basically what we're looking for is B to split in between the 2/3. That was a terrible way of throwing that. Kind of want to throw this one a little earlier. Sometimes it's just hard with all the bumping when the tight end can't get to the lane in time. Something like that. That's more what I look for. When that tight end is able to really streak and get downfield and the safety's back turns, that's when I'm trying to kind of bullet that throw down the middle. And that's where this play really shines. It's just so hard to show you guys in practice mode, given how much the tight end bumps. Right there, we got another good release. So that's exactly when I like throwing, is right when his back turns for that streak. This play can be really good to mix in. Really gets downfield where the user might try and start peeling off and go somewhere else. So I like to mix that in, boys. Now, against like cover 4, I would recommend wide receiver out yet again, just because there's going to be a lot of stress now on the seams as a cover 4. So you can use your wheel and hitch again, just like this, cover 4. This is stock cover 4. And as you guys see, quarter flats are going to get to the sidelines a lot quicker than curl flats. So your hitch is going to be an option. You can very well do your slant, motion slant again with B. You guys can do setup like this. Motion snap him. Hit your tight end across the middle. You can hit your slant underneath. That's just a, traditional slant post combination that a lot of players love to utilize. Show this to you guys one more time. Hit my slant. And then I'll show you guys some other combinations we can run. Right here. And then, unfortunately, right there, the Aikman short throw release kind of bit me in the ass. What is dope about going up with, or using wide receiver out against cover 4 is you also have your out route. Dude, I just got fucking lurked, bro. I just got lurked by the CPU. I'm sorry. That's if I think you're using a zone drop, maybe. I can't remember how I labbed that one. But don't pay attention to that read. If he's gonna float that far outside, just hit your wheel. Just like that. Yeah. Sorry I gave you the wrong call there. It's late, gentlemen. It's late. We've been doing a lot of labbing. I'm sorry. I don't mean it again as a pity. Just forgive my my misreads and my stuttering. It's been a long day, but as you guys see, we can get some good work in against cover 4. Now, obviously, wide receiver out isn't all you have to run here. You guys can also hit deep cross here, just like we did against cover 3. You guys can do the same combination against a cover 4 drop, just like that. Go ahead and hit your crosser. This crosser is so deadly at beating zone coverages. It's just nice because, especially with these like kind of tighter formations, the user can really control a lot of the routes. So to be able to kind of stretch it out can really help you. Mesh post as well. You guys can mix this in just like we ran it against cover 3. But mesh post is definitely something I kind of like to mix in. I like to sprinkle it in. It's very easy to kind of pick this play off, so I would really just be careful in how you're running it. But spreading it in or sprinkling it in, you're gonna have some success with it. So yeah, gentlemen, that is gonna be it pretty much. I can't think. Oh, I didn't even cover the man coverage. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, boys. Now going up against cover 2 man, we are going to be running mesh posts. Now you guys can run this play stock as is. You will have success with this. As you guys see, tight end gets open. Do a little jurtle up. Your post will get open. And another option we have as well after I show you guys the post, just like this. Hit that post down the middle. It was a little bagged, all right? It was a little bagged, but we're gonna send it. We're gonna send it. But what's nice about this post as well is if you guys are in a 1st and 10 or 2nd and 8, something that will kind of help stretch this out is if you smart route your post, it actually runs a little deeper. And what's nice about this is this will allow you to put your fullback on a wheel and actually have success because that post is going to pull that deep half. So I'm going to go ahead and put my tight end here at fullback. I'm going to go ahead and put Vernon Davis in and show you guys how this route by the fullback developed against cover 2 man. So you guys see, put B on a smart routed post. He runs a little deeper. Run this wheel. And as you guys see, if I just get a little bit of time. Now, what the fuck is that, bro? And then I get the slowest release of all time. Yo, I'm telling you, boys, it's been such a long day, man. You guys, this yet again with the smart route. He keeps running into his lineman like a Momo. But as you guys see, that post does a really good job at keeping the right of screen deep half towards the inside of the field. And just helps get this this wheel open against cover 2, as he just does not want to run his route. So sad. And I have to lob it, which isn't really what you want to do, but like I said, gentlemen, I know I say it all the time in these videos. Sometimes in practice mode, man, these guys just do not run their routes. And there's a lot of rubbing. But just know against cover 2 man, you can run mesh post as is or put your B on a smart route and wheel that fullback. You're going to find a lot of success in this end game. So I'll show this to you guys one more time. And that's kind of a better display of how that post can get open. And don't forget, I mean, like, if you really want, you can always motion this guy out, put him on a streak or something to try and get that that safety kind of going his way, and then you guys can run this. So just keep that in mind, gentlemen. All right, boys, now going up against a cover 0. What we're going to be running here is PA deep cross. We're going to be really utilizing this crosser route. Not so much the deep post for this breakdown, but against just a Overstorm Brave, we're going to be calling PA deep cross. Now, for this setup, all we're going to be doing here is putting A on a drag. We're going to put our running back on a wheel, and we're going to zig our B receiver. So this is going to be your play art here. Go ahead and snap the ball, drop back, and as you guys see, crosser is going to do a great job getting open, and the drag by your tight end will get open late in the play. And if you get a good press win off the start, your zig will do a really good job as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pinch these linebackers again, snap back, show you guys the drag. I kind of forced it right there. My crosser did a good job getting open, but just know the drag does a really good job. And then if you have time, there is potential that you get your running back open with the wheel. It's not entirely how this play is designed to operate, but it is still just a deep shot play potential. But the crosser and the drag do a really good job. As you see, our zig got wide open there. I tried to load up for the wheel. Not going to really cover this much more. I'll go ahead and show you guys just an instant replay of what your read progression is. I really like to look at zig first and then my crosser. Both of these guys are covered, which right here, neither one of them are. I'll look for my drag underneath. Honestly, not going to say it's rare I look for my running back. I always am looking for a big play, but against this play, against somebody who's screaming at me, I'm going to be looking at these two guys on the right, just kind of see how they're faring against their man coverage, and then kind of use my tight end as my safety valve. As you guys see here, I block my fullback, so this guy gets doubled. That's not always going to happen, but you see it happens here. So just keep this in mind. This play is going to be great against man coverage and a 0 look. Alright, guys, and before we end the video, I want to show you guys the run plays in the strong close formations and kind of when to run them. You can obviously run them whenever you want, you know, your scheme, your game, but I wanted to kind of show you guys the highlights and where they're most effective. I think against dollar, off tackle, and end around are going to do great. I'll go ahead and show you guys them here. Keep it super simple here. I'm just going to do end around with a baseline and press and pinch the D line. Now for end around, it's very important you have your run going to the left. That's if you have a right-handed quarterback. So if you are using Mike Vick, your end around is going to be better running to the right. And I think it's very crucial with end around that you know this information, because it's so slow. You'll end up getting sacked. You'll end up fumbling. Just know if you have a right-handed quarterback, you got to run this play to the left. Okay, so let's go ahead and snap this ball here against $3-2. As you guys see, my lineman did not pick up Thibodeau, which is pretty unfortunate given that he is an offensive lineman. Let me try to double team this and show you guys again this play. Try and double team it. I don't think it's going to do much, but try and run this end around here, and we pick him up pretty good. And this is kind of what you guys are going to see a lot against dollar. Now, I made a whole separate video on this before, so I'm just going to call this once. I want to show you guys how off tackle operates. With off tackle, I would recommend this still against dollar. I think it does a really good job. I'll show you guys these runs as well with the nickel 3-3. It's going to be hard sometimes to show you guys really how good these runs are, just because practice mode sheds are just insane. But still, they will do, or I'll try and give it the best example I can. As you see, there's really no room to run here. It's just one of those things, guys, where you're just going to have to try it in game. Before we wrap it up, though, I will show you it against the 3-3. Now, against the new 3-3 meta of how people are blitzing, they're going to go ahead and manually flip the nickel blitz 0. They're going to, let me actually set this up real quick. So with the 3-3 meta, they're going to slide their linebackers left after manually flipping the play. They're going to pinch their D-line, and they're going to bring this blitzing CB down. Now, with end around, this is going to be really, really good because all of these blitzers are going towards the middle of the field. So as you see, we're able to get this really strong outside edge, and you're going to be able to pick up a lot of yards here. Now, the off tackle play does good as well. I'll show that to you real quick before we wrap it up, like this. As you guys see, I could have had a way better run stick there, but off tackle is going to do a good job as well, gentlemen. So just keep this in mind. Against a lot of blitzes, against a lot of blitzes, off tackle will do a great job, and so will end around. I like these plays a lot, and they do a lot. They do a lot of getting you some chunk yards against blitzers, and I really recommend the runs in this formation. If you guys are wondering why I'm using Freight Train, it's because I'm using the Kenneth Walker, aka I decided to drop Gunslinger on Troy Aikman. Just use Set Feet Leading Gunslinger. I have, or Set Feet Leading Gift Wrap. I had just enough AP to go ahead and put the 2 AP Freight Train X Factor on. So that's what I like to do. Kind of helps with this offense, kind of opening it up even more with how much versatility and variety there is. So gentlemen, that's going to be it. Again, guys, I apologize if there was a lot of stuttering in this video. It's very late right now. I wanted to try and crunch in some videos just so I had something while I was gone. So the quality is a little lower. I really do apologize. Just wanted to make sure you guys had some guides to advance this series over. And, you know, still wanted to make sure that you guys had something to go with. So see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys when I get back with some gameplay. Take it easy, boys. Peace.